What's up guys, T, you got Kix89 here, back with part 2 of the Vans Speed LS shoe review. This is part 2, like I said. So the first one we did the navy black colorway. Today this is going to be on the black true white colorway of the shoe. Got this from Sogo because I was there with Shikin and she said these were nice and I decided to pick them up. And also I picked up this SBTG t-shirt as well that I rocked in the first part of this series on the Vans Speed LS's. And let's just go over it. So it's the same box as the navy black pair. It's your Vans original box with red and brown. Your size tag over there, your conversion chart right over there at the bottom, and you guys are here for the shoes, right? So let's get into the shoes. Oh damn, we have the right pair first. So I mentioned earlier in my black navy, the navy black pair, that was a used pair, and this is a brand new pair that I got from Sogo. So not much of a difference. Like I said, this one is a little bit more wearable in my opinion because of the sock liner, but aside from that, everything from this shoe is going to be the same as that shoe. So hopefully this one just goes over if there are any differences in terms of materials, construction, but the guts, everything else, the construction, the outsole, everything is virtually the same. So the Vans Speed LS, I'll go over the history again, is an archival model from Vans' 1998 skateboarding line. And this was the heyday where Vans ventured out of their vulcanized range and started messing and trying to explore with cup soles, and then which then just developed into this full-blown airbaggy, triple stitch rubber toe capped, high-tech, super puffy, super technical, super just Vans on steroids basically. Just think of the Vans XLT but just multiplied by 10 in all directions. Basically they almost had something similar to the Osiris D3. Basically it was almost that close. That Mad Dog was almost there. But this is one of the 3 core colorways, the launch colorways of the shoe. I'll repeat again that this the Vans Speed LS was reintroduced by Vans and Supreme in their collab in 2023, and 2024 we get basically the retail core lines, which I think has gone into like 15 different colorways. They've got this, they've got a navy one with white laces and white lining, still maintaining the white gum outsole. They've got one with an all gray one, they've got greens, they've got purples, they've got all sorts of colors. And I know that the Japanese market specifically loves this shoe, much like how they love Air Maxes and Nike Dunks basically, because this shoe is highly collectible and highly wearable over time, because it is just a rubber cup sole with an internal midsole unit that I hopefully will show later. But if we don't, you can always refer back to my first video on the Vans Speed LS in the navy black colorway. So this is just the black white colorway. All of it is suede except for this mid part, which houses the hidden little Vans side stripe just over there. The front of the toe has a very shaggy toe cap with perforations, if you can see. Under there you have a layer which basically makes up these 2 front lace loops, sorry, and they kind of go over to the back and they extend over to the front. And on top of that you have another layer of suede, and that is double stitched as opposed to the one beneath it, which is single stitched. And I hope that this basically extends all the way to the bottom. I'm very hopeful. I know that might not be the case, but it's kind of like the same as when I first got an MC wrap from 2002. I read on the tech sheet that it had a hidden rubber toe cap, and it was all the way through, and I felt it and I was like, no, this feels like there's nothing in between it. But when I finally started getting through that first layer after I think close to 6 to 8 months of just hardcore skating at Shotlam Skate Park, I finally saw this black rubber underlay, and from that point on I was quite sold, and I was very impressed with what STI Soul Tech was doing back in the day. And I hope that is what happens here also. I hope all of these layers go all the way to the bottom, because that is why skateboarding shoes in the mid 90s, early 2000s were all designed this way. Like, think of the Chet Thomas, the Globe Chet Thomas 4. All of the layers just go all the way down, and that is the main reason why parents reached out to skateboarders when they went into like shop demos whatsoever. They told them that they just don't want their son's shoes ripping. They don't want to spend $50 on a pair of $50 on a pair of skate shoes and have them shredded by the end of Camp Woodward or something like that. So this is supposed to be a triple stitch, triple layered, but all the way over, and I won't know that until I like rip it open or whatsoever, and I don't want to do that to this pair. But if someone knows the answer, please tell me in the comments. I would love to know, and I think that would also benefit every other person that has bought this shoe to skate in, because this is a highly skatable shoe. It's exactly just like, I call this the Vans' dunk, basically. The dunk for DC is their Manteca. For Etnies, it's their Marana line and the MC Rap line. Can't speak about other models, but the Heretic for America. But this shoe is highly skatable because it's highly wearable, highly functional, except for the super puffy toe. On the back, you have the same thing as the front. You have a layer of suede, which extends from the side here and go over to the back, and you can kind of see the shape kind of like angles upwards just a bit, and I'm trying to keep it as straight as I can, but that upwards angle kind of cups your Achilles when you are inside the shoe and helps with minimalizing heel slippage, because there is nothing in this here. Actually, there is something, but it feels more like a cardboard heel cup inside the heel cup. But I believe that over time, when you just keep stepping down on this, it will just collapse and not hold shape whatsoever. So that angled shape is supposed to help with keeping your heel in place, in addition to the puffy tongue and also the padded collar. You have only one set of laces with this. It's just this black lace, obviously, and it goes up. On the top, you have the Vans rubberized logo, which is really nice because this is the Vans logo that we know and love, because they would kind of like, when you saw the mid 90s before the 2010s X Games, you could kind of see like Vans and Bones red stickers just stuck on top of the coping nearby the half pipes or mini ramps or whatsoever. So this is the Vans logo that I am very familiar with. Trivia, I just found out from a skateboarding podcast that basically this is a square root logo, and then there's the answer logo, and if you input that into the calculator, the square root and answer, you'll get 420. I don't know if that's true, but it's just a little fun trivia for you guys. So the wearability from this colorway specifically compared to the black, the navy black colorway, is a black sock liner behind the toe, behind the tongue of the shoe, and also around the collar, which is nice because it doesn't yellow over time. It doesn't become too dingy and kind of like disgusting to look at. It will collect sock bubbles, but a little bit more forgiving over time, personally for me. On the inside, you have a black sock liner. Actually, it's not a sock liner, it is actually the midsole of the shoe. And I'm gonna try to pull this out. I hope I managed to do this in one go. Yeah, so it's basically stuck to one of the stitchings, and I don't really want to risk it all too much. But basically, you have this blue ortholite on top with where you can see that what is that? Basically, you can see the black insole covering cloth with the Vans logo there. So that's a layer of ortholite glued into this black layer of I want to call this EVA because ortholite is not an EVA, but basically this is a more denser, more structured foam compared to what you have here. It doesn't really bend or squish well to the touch, as you can see. So that is basically the cushioning inside the shoe. This is all you're gonna get. So low impact skateboarding for this kind of footwear, or if you just want to like skate flat ground. If you do want to skate a little bit more high impact, I think this insole is easily removable and replaceable with a pop cush insole. So if you have one laying around, if you have like a pair of skate highs, pro skate highs or half caps, just rip that out, rip this out. It's a one-to-one interchange. You'll sit slightly higher because, like I said in the last video, the Supreme version is constructed exactly like this with the same outsole, but all it has is just a pop cush insole. So when you put that in, you basically get the Supreme style of the Vans Speed model. For the outsole combo, outsole midsole combo, it's basically a rubber cup sole, double stitch in the front, nothing in the back, just single stitch all the way around. And this has no foam inside it. All the foam that you're getting or your step in comfort is going to come from that insole that I showed you just now. And at the bottom, you have one of the sexiest traction patterns from Vans ever. It's this gum pattern with some flex grooves in the front and also in the heel, and it's this circular pattern. It's not their conventional waffle tread, but it is a circular pattern, which is pretty nice. And I think it's a little bit more durable, I think personally, because the depth of each of these nibs is kind of like extends all the way to here. So that's, you get that much of nib to kind of like move around with. And this, if I recall correctly, with the Vans, the navy pair, the navy black pair, it has pretty good squeak as well. And this is basically really good for skateboarding, put it that way. You've got some extra detailing all the way around there. It's kind of like the same thing that you get in the toe, but that will wear over time, and it just helps grip the board a little bit more when this shoe is just fresh out of the box. Nice to note that you have a Vans detailing at the heel there. I forgot to mention this in the gray pair, but you kind of have this Vans detailing at the heel, kind of like the Nike Air branding at the heel of an Air Force One. So this is basically the black white pair, or just the black pair of the Vans Speed LS. The other pair here, sticker from Vans there saying that one of more components on this product is a dyed material, leather. So that's why this pair, the tongue doesn't come with that covering, because with the blue pair, the navy pair, the lining is white, so the blue dye which is on the tongue will definitely transfer or bleed over onto the white cloth if obviously they don't get sold in time and they're kept in less than favorable conditions in a storage room, stock room. So to prevent that happening, they have that. So, but that you don't need that with this, because obviously black tongue with a black collar lining, it's not going to bleed through. Even if it does, it's black in color. Yeah, highly wearable pair. I want to try to skate these. I tried skating everything, but that's basically it, guys. This is the Vans Speed LS, a highly versatile shoe. Really love the way that this came out, and glad that I have two pairs to kind of rock, and hopefully they stand the test of time in TJ Got Kicks 89's shoe vault. So that's basically it, guys. The Vans Speed LS from 2023-2024, Vans' core line. And see you guys in the next one. Peace.